Hello and welcome, everybody. We are so excited for this. The Spring States Championship brought to you by TCG Player and Griffin Events, and the stream, as always, brought to you by Infinite Cast. I am Joe Carroll here with my partner in crime, Sir Larry Wynn.
Hello, everybody.
And we have a feature match here for you with Justin Crandall and Bradley Hammond. And I do know that Justin is playing a Junk Tokens deck, and we do not have a list for Brad, so that's going to be a surprise for us. With the token deck, main thing you want to do, not overextend, especially if they're playing red. Cards like Bonfire, or if they're playing Wrath sweep effects. Any sweep effect, basically want to leave your Lingering Souls in the graveyard, ready to reload at any time. Intangible Virtue, very key card. I believe Justin is playing one Tristani in the main, so that the stalemate can go in his favor if it comes to that against like the Jund or the big Naya deck. I guess that 6/6 has been more popular lately. That's something to look out for. Don't know. I'd never seen Brad before. I don't know if he's from out of state or what, but it should be a good match. So
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, 320
26, I believe.
26 players here today. So we got a big
quite
one.
an event going on here today. A lot of people showed up. I'm not sure how many out of state because this is a states event, but it's also a TTG 5K. There's a lot of money riding on this.
Yeah, yep, a lot of cash. Really excited for this event. Steve Briggs, of course, owner of Griffin Events, putting on a pretty good program here. So we got our mulligans here. We're gonna take a look, and metagame seems even more wide open right now. I know I keep saying that, but it's even more so. I mean, you look on the list, it's like, oh, a green-white populate deck just won, and
people are still trying to figure out the format at this point. Not Gate Crash, excuse me, Dragon Maze put a big twist in everything. We got Voice of Resurgence out there. We got Cyrus Sanity, Ruik the Heart. We got so much going on out there that people are trying to innovate at this point.
Yep. And speaking of voice, that's a card that I knew it was good, but when we built this token deck, it seems like it takes more advantage of what it does based on the synergies with the deck, like having all those Lingering Souls tokens. The elemental token is just bonkers how big that thing can get.
Voice of Resurgence in combination with Lingering Souls can get really big.
There's also Midnight Haunting for the end step surprise.
For the control matchup.
Yep, and it's also a nice trick if they go to like deal 40 or elementals and then flash 2 more creatures in. Oh, now it's a 6/6.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, it can be cute like that too. We're gonna see a mulligan from Justin. It looked like Bradley kept his hand. So, and that's the other thing. You do have to mulligan somewhat aggressively with the token deck. You can't just, say,
I believe Justin only
lands.
had about 1 land in his hand, so.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it.
Yeah.
But
really interested to see what Bradley's playing. At this point in the tournament, we don't have the list in front of us, so we're just seeing what you're seeing, and we're commentating on that.
We will have deck lists throughout the rest of the day.
The rest of the matches, yes, we will have a list.
Looks like another mulligan. No lands.
Not looking good for Justin already.
Yeah, he's upset with me because I put him on camera. Yeah, gonna thumb through the deck real quick. Make sure you didn't forget to put the lands in there. But I have mulled the 4 with this deck and pulled it out, so it is a resilient deck, and the threats you play can be good enough to get there on their own. And the thing I like most about it is it makes people's removal really bad. Like, you're gonna deal Searing Spear or something. Okay, so that's 1/4 of my Lingering Souls card that you just destroyed. For 1 card.
I mean, Justin would be happy to keep a hand of land, Intangible Virtue, Lingering Souls. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he's down to 5 here, so yeah, the best thing he can hope for is that 2-drop with either the Intangible or the Voice, and enough lands, obviously to do what he's gonna do. But a turn 1 Pilgrim has been astonishing in this deck. It's just been it's been stellar. So being able to turn 2 Lingering Soul into like Virtue the next turn, it's hard for decks to keep up with that. So yeah, we're gonna hope we got got the colors, and I think at this point he's not going to want to go down to 4. So
Yeah, let's hope he has a good 5.
yeah, we want a good game here.
Now Bradley over here,
Well,
I see some
there's
mountains.
a pilgrim and a land that is about perfect.
Okay.
A virtue, a voice, 2 lands, and a pilgrim. Unfortunately, they both come into play tapped. So
All right, we're leaning out with a Sun Petal Grove for Justin. Bradley has a lot of red in his hand. I'm not quite sure if it's mono red, but it's starting to look like it. We have a turn 1 Stromkirk Noble for Bradley.
Yeah, the key here is going to be just to be able to keep up and get enough blockers out and hope he does not play the Goblin that doesn't allow tokens to block.
Voice of Resurgence seems like a really good card to fight.
Yeah, he ripped
a red deck.
He ripped the Godless Shrine, and you definitely take 2 there to do that. Stop the Stromkirk from going nuts, and that's going to see a pillar. Unfortunately,
Pillar Flame, no token because the Voice of Resurgence is exiled.
It's not dead. Yep.
All right, Stromkirk gets in for 1, and he gets a counter, and we follow up with another Stromkirk Noble.
And he rips another voice.
Yep. Good start for Bradley, but another Voice of Resurgence is going to put a hamper into it.
Now, yep, not many cards in hand. Just need to clog the board as best as possible, and yeah, stop the assault from the ones that get big real quick. See if he's got.
And we have another Pillar of Flame.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty miserable.
Absolutely. So 3 more damage coming in.
Yeah, and that human can't block, so that's even more miserable.
As soon as those Stromkirk Nobles get a few counters on them, they can easily get out of hand.
The best thing that can happen here is a land for a Thragtusk. He did draw the land, but all he has is Virtue in hand, so this is going to look like it's going to be over pretty quick here. Yeah, I don't know if he's
probably considering whether or not this is even winnable.
It's worth it to show him more cards or not. Yeah.
Just bring it in, get out the sideboard. Now, what kind of cards will Justin consider for the token deck?
Well, the sideboard is very toolboxy. I don't know if he changed it or not, but we can take a look. He's got Death Rights, definitely the healers, and probably Luxodon Smiters come in. Yeah, we just saw him put those down. He does have Obsidian, but I feel like that's a little slow.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much.
The other card is there's 1 Abrupt Decay and 1 Tragic Slip. And I think, that's exactly what he just put down. So
I really love the Loxodon Smiters here. I know that they're not getting any life, but the fact that they're a 4/4 is so huge.
It's the Stonewall
against the red deck. They don't have any effective burn against it. They don't have good removal against it, and none of the creatures can combat it that well.
Yep. It's always a bad attack when they do. And he's going to take out the slower cards. Garrix for sure. You probably leave in at least 1 Sorin in this case, just because of the lifelink, and you're going to be on the play. So yeah, the rest of the cards, you probably go a little lighter. Maybe take out like one or 2 Virtue. He's going to bring out the Advent of the Worms, as it is a little slow, and replace it with things like the Smiter and the Centaur Healer.
So I'm watching Bradley's sideboard here, and it looks like he sideboarded out his Boros Reckoners.
Okay.
And he's sideboarding in. I saw some bonfires that he was considering, and I wasn't sure what the other card he brought in.
That's kind of odd since he didn't see any of the flyers, and there is that Populate deck right now that really doesn't play many.
Well, here's the thing. Bradley didn't see much at all.
Right.
He saw a couple Voices Resurgences, and that's it.
And that might be why Justin just scooped it up there, so he doesn't have to show him anything else. Because as far as he knows, he didn't play the Virtue. He had it in hand. He didn't show it to him. So as far as he knows, I believe the new Reanimator decks are playing voices in them.
Absolutely.
In fact, one of our teammates is playing 4 of them in his deck. So, that might be. Yeah, I wonder if he brings in any graveyard hate or any kind of. I don't know. He's playing mono red, so he doesn't have the black for the Rakdos key or charm rather. So that is one advantage to scooping it up. Probably the right choice there.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think Bradley really wants to dilute his deck much at all. He still wants to be as quick as possible. He's very much the aggressor in this one. He can't try to sit in the control.
Yep. And if Justin can live the dream and get the Tristani going, That will be very good for him. Getting life every time you play tokens is pretty good.
Getting a life engine going is
Yep.
is very important against the mono red player.
And the deck does play Thragtusk. There are 3 of them in there. I imagine he left them in, even though they are higher on the curve.
I'm interested to know, and I really wish we had our list in front of us, if and how many of the deal 3 damage you can't get any life spells. Skullcrack.
Yeah.
I wonder how many Skullcracks Bradley is playing.
Yeah, that's a must for all red decks. I mean,
I feel like it has to be a 4 of minimum.
In fact, I do know there's some lists that are playing some main, and then they bring in the rest off game 2 if necessary. So let's see if we can keep a 7 here on the token side. Double healer and a smiter, and I don't see enough land. Nope.
So I did see a flip card in there.
Yeah, it's ready and willing. It's not it's a split card.
Yeah.
So yeah, ready and willing. I think he leaves it in just for the willing side of it, for the life gain, but it's our tech against the bonfire decks, which that card is the most problematic card for the deck. So
a lot of people don't realize that the fact that the indestructible piece can save their guys from bonfire. They can save them from supreme verdict.
Yep. You can make some ugly blocks too. Like,
absolutely.
Like they attack into you, you're tapped out or whatever. Say you don't have virtue in play and your tokens are all tapped, and then untap them, they're indestructible. You can double block and kill some stuff. So yeah, I've done that a few times. The card's been really good. Some people have been saying you should play Rootborn Defenses instead, but I like the versatility of the split card and the fact that it does cost 6 to do both, but you don't have to. And
well, in a racing situation,
the life gain is huge.
You can gain the life.
Yep, just doing the 3. And if you need indestructible, great. Populate is good, but I've been saying this all week long. We're not a populate deck. It's a token deck. So yeah, we are trying Tristani, and they're saying it's good, but this isn't looking good.
Oh, we got 1 land. Yep.
And it's the same as last time, only worse. So
he's gonna have to ship that back.
Yep. And he's probably cursing me right now.
Yeah, very much rough beats for Justin here.
Yep.
Really wish you could get at least 1 game in.
Yep. So we'd like to take a moment here and thank Nolan Nasser for getting us the artwork for the tokens. Sold really quickly.
Yeah, they sold really well today.
Yeah.
We do have some tokens left. I don't know if they'll sell by the end of the day, but we are looking to print more of these for future events. And
yeah, we did run out of some of the pictures, and had some people coming in asking us, can we get those, and had to turn them away. So. Right,
yeah, I'm excited to see what M14 brings if they bring a new token in.
Yeah, what do you think about the land situation with M14? There's a lot of speculation with it. Like, some people are saying all the Innistrad plus the regular M block lands will be in there from now on, just because they're shock lands. But what else would they do, really? I mean,
now I'd never heard anything about the Innistrad lands, the fast lands.
Yeah,
I haven't heard about fast lands being in there, but I definitely think it's time for something new. We've had the same core set lands for quite a while now.
Right. So we need. Oh, that is just the worst.
Yep. He's got to keep this. He's at 5 cards.
And
he does have an Avacyn Pilgrim.
There's Pillar of Flame for the Pilgrim. Yes.
Start out with a Rakdos Cackler for Bradley, and Justin plays.
Yeah, missing the land drop there. You no doubt pillar the Pilgrim here, and then
absolutely.
That's gonna be rough. He does have double voice in hand, I think, and a Putrefy.
Yeah, if Justin can draw the lands, he could start protecting his life total a little bit more.
Yeah, our life total is being done by Matt how do you say his last name? Klasowski? I think that's how you say it.
We'll just call him the Matt.
The Matt, yep. The Matt is doing life totals. Rip the land.
Off the top, rip the land, take 2, Voice of the Resurgence.
Let's see if he's got
another. I
another.
love the Burning Tree Emissary, but it was too bad that Burning Tree Emissary couldn't bring any friends along with him.
Oh, I'm sure Justin's crying about that right now. He's fine. And he gets to block with voice. That's good. That's what you want to be doing with the against the red deck. Not getting pillared, getting value out of your cards.
And we got the elemental token. We got a Fire Fist Striker on the red deck side for
That's,
Bradley.
and he's gonna rip the land off the top. That's good news.
Take another 2 and play Lingering Souls. This is going to give him plenty of blockers.
Unless he plays the Goblin, and he'll have Battalion. And our new tokens from Nolan. They look incredible.
Yep, new Spirit tokens. Now, with Fire Fist Striker, if it gets Battalion, only one target creature cannot block.
That's right.
And so the reason for playing Lingering Souls here is to make sure that we actually have blockers in case Bradley was to play a haste creature.
Right. Now here he's gonna force some blocks. He's probably got, I'm imagining, an instant speed removal in his hand.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the token right now is a 3/3. But it will.
Yep.
It
so
will
we're going to
die.
trade there, and we're going to trade.
Yeah, it shrinks after the damage.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, he's got to read the card now. Yep, it is a brand new card, so not everybody's played against it yet. I think we're backing up here.
Yep, we're backing up just a little bit.
Okay, he's gonna save his Cackler. And it looks like he's got another Lingering Souls, which, I mean, he does in the graveyard anyway.
Yep,
but
he still has Lingering Souls in his graveyard. He's got another Voice Resurgence in hand, too. Very much a viable play.
If he continues to draw this way, he could pull this out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he has the Putrefy for the Hell Rider or the Thundermaw Hellkite.
Yep. We also a full complement of Selesnya Charms to exile the Hellkite.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
alright.
Yeah, gonna throw.
Cackler comes in.
Throw a blocker.
Throw it under the bus.
Which is just fine. That is, I mean, look at the value he's getting out of this. Like, I still have creatures in play. Did he draw a Smiter? I can't.
This is really tough beats for Bradley here. Bradley's just been drawing lands. He's been flooded. Yeah. Not drawing any gas at this point.
Yeah. By now, I think he knows what deck he's playing against, so that should help with his next sideboard decision. He's gonna cast the Lingering Souls from the hand, because if he does get a 4th land, he'll be able to cast 2 of them next turn. That's the right play there. And you make your elemental token even bigger with adding more tokens. So.
Oh, absolutely.
So right now,
this is a real quick clock for Bradley.
That's 5 damage coming in there.
So we got a Fire Fist Striker, not that impressive at this point in the match.
That's what the red decks can do. You know, they kind of sputter out, and there's the 4th land. Justin's excited.
Now,
I get to do
the one
things.
thing that Justin has to be careful is Bonfire of the Dam.
Does Mono Red play that?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Bradley had Bonfire in the Dam in the sideboard. I believe he brought in 2 copies.
Yep. So if Justin plays this correctly, he won't overextend. He might flashback one of the souls just to try and put it away, but you definitely don't do both of them here.
Yeah, you got to save a little bit of gas.
Yeah, depending on what he has in hand. Flashback voice? Yeah, that seems good.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's.
So he is going to go all in.
So he's not thinking about Bonfire being in the mono red aggro. Which, I mean.
How many spirit tokens do we have here?
Yeah, we got some more here.
There we go.
Yeah, he's got his own set plus the ones we have off camera, so should be all set.
All right.
I think he's just doing the math and figuring that, you know, pumping up that elemental 4 more is worth, you know, extending a little more.
So that elemental's coming in as an 8/8.
Yeah, this is
this is
the last turn
real
for
quick.
him. That's everything else flying too.
Bradley draws for the turn and does not hit a Bonfire.
A Hellkite would have been superb there as well. Don't think he has either.
Bradley thinking out his options and pretty sure he knows that this one's over for him.
So Grim Beginning taking a commanding board lead.
Absolutely.
Very quickly.
That's the thing with Lingering Souls is it's really 2 cards in one.
Yep. And when you get things like Virtue in play, and we used to go a little over the top and play a Collective Blessing, but that was there's a little too much frosting on the cake.
Well, what really saved Justin in this game is not only the lingering souls, but the voice resurgence.
Yeah. Yep.
Trading with creatures was just huge there.
Not getting pillared and getting the full
Mhm.
value out of that card is huge. Is the biggest thing in this matchup.
Now, I think the one thing that Bradley could have done different was just held back his creatures instead of
Yep.
just diving them right into a voice.
Now I know the aggressive deck needs to be aggressive, but I don't like attacking into that creature. I
Mhm.
like waiting for the pillar or waiting until
So
you
you
can get
overload.
battalion and say you can't block with that creature. That
Yep,
just seems
absolutely.
much better to me.
All right, so we will be heading to game 3.
All right. Okay, so for game 3, looking at Bradley's sideboard, I think he has a little bit better idea what he wants to do here. I didn't quite see what he put down there, but I do see he's got all his Reckoners in the side
Yep.
still.
All his Reckoners are in his sideboard.
Yeah, Justin has to be happy with his top decks there, and that's something I told him. You need to be aggressive. You can't just keep the hand because you like some of the cards in it. You got to give your deck a chance to let you win.
Also want to take a moment here to let you know about our Facebook page. We have our website is facebook.com/infinitecast. Please feel free to visit our site. We will be doing plenty of updates after this event as well. We're going to try doing it during the event. But we're going to house all our videos there. We're also going to house our videos on YouTube on our channel called Infinite Cast as well.
Yep. We've already been doing some promos and stuff for this event, so pretty good turnout. I'd say we were hoping for at least 200. Our first brawl was 108. The second one was 173, and now the third one we have 326. So
I mean, it does help that it's a TCG 5K.
Yep.
It also helps that it is states.
Yeah.
And states doesn't really mean anything in the big picture, but it's such a great feeling knowing that
you're the state champion.
You're the state champion.
It's bragging rights. I mean, and yeah, it's usually a decent turnout. I don't know how big they've been in the past, but I think this is probably comparable, if not bigger, than they have been.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so plenty of sideboard switching going on for Brad.
Brad didn't know what he was playing after game one.
That's rough. I always like taking the auto win, but at the same time, when you go to grab your sideboard, you're like, well, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
In which case, sometimes it's not always right to sideboard anything, other than seeing what colors they're playing. You see green white, you're assuming they might have some lifelink or life gain with Drag Tusk and healers. And he was looking at those Reckoners, so looks like he decided not to bring them in. They are pretty miserable against all the flyers. So
yeah, they are.
Yeah. At this point, I am wondering if Justin has Bonfire in the back of his mind at all. I think he might just. I mean, he does still have Ready and Willing in the deck, so.
Well, being the token deck, he
might have just gone for it there. I think he just went for it there.
Yeah, he went for it. But being in the token deck, playing against anybody who's playing Mountains, you really have to be thinking about Bonfire the entire time.
Yep.
Can I beat a Bonfire if I do this? Do I win if he doesn't have it? Those are the questions that need to be going through your mind.
Yep. And that's definitely what he did there. I can put him to 3 here. He still had 3 cards in hand. Let's see if we can put it away right here. All right, so I'm assuming Brad's going to be on the play here. As we go to game 3 of round 1.
So this is really nice that we're getting game 3 out of here. I really thought we were going to have a quick matchup.
He started mulligan, and then he drew the one-lander, and it came into play tapped. It's pretty miserable.
We're sitting at about 25 to 28 minutes left in the match, so there's plenty of time left in the round.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, those tokens turned out really well. I'm really pleased with that. We actually had a line pretty long when we announced that they were going for sale, and that's something we're very glad we can do for the community. And they're one of a kind. it's a West Michigan thing, local artist. And we are the Infinite Cast is local as well. So, all right, we see 2 lands and maybe a third. There it is. And he's got a healer in hand. I think he's going to keep that. And looks like a mulligan for Brad.
Justin has to be happy to finally be keeping
Yeah.
a hand.
Yep. Finally get to keep 7. Your turn to mulligan. I've got Lingering Souls. I've got 3 lands. I've got healers and a Thragtusk. So that's what you want to do against Mono Red. Now, if you can just keep the board position stable and not overextend and not get blown out by Bonfire, you should be okay. Although Brad is on the play, and we know that Red can have a very explosive start.
Very aggressive start.
And if he starts making things unable to block, it won't matter how many healers you play. And I'm also wondering if he has the 1/1 Goblin, and I can't think of the name
The
of
Legion
it.
Loyalist?
Yeah, Loyalist, yep. Because that card just says your deck. Nice deck, bro.
First strike. You like it?
Yeah.
All right. Just to start, Bradley wants turn 1 Stromkirk Noble.
We've got a Shockland tapped.
Right. Stromkirk Noble comes in, gets a counter, deals 1 damage.
Ripping a voice here would be about the best thing for him to do. Yep. Here comes the rest.
Burning Tree Shaman into Flinthoof Boar. This is exactly the start that Bradley wants. In order to be any type of Voice of Resurgence, Bradley needs to get moving now.
Yep. Unfortunately, not drawing any turn 2 play here. The beats are going to come in, and they're going to be...
We're going to swing in for 7 damage here.
7, yeah.
That's quite a bit.
That's turn 3.
So Stromkirk Noble now becomes a 3/3. Swings it back to Justin.
Now, what do you do here? You probably don't play the Lingering Souls because you need the life. But he does have 2 lands up for the Skullcrack.
Absolutely.
So the 3/3 body is nice, though.
Yeah, I believe just even as a 3/3 body, it is well worth trying to get to 3 life here. The Lingering Souls, yeah, it's good for saving your life total, but the Lingering Souls here isn't going to kill a single creature, so it probably most likely isn't worth it in the end. We are going to go with Lingering Souls, though.
I think he's just fearing the Skullcrack, and he wants to be able to block 2 creatures.
Looks like we drew a Rakdos Calcula on the other end.
Block. Yep. I'm going to take 2, go to 10, and bring another creature into play.
A good play, though, would be Intangible Virtue into a flashback Lingering Souls.
Well, right now he can land flashback Lingering Souls, surprise a Selesnya Charm token into play. That is another play he could do. Otherwise, he does have Advent of the Worm, and he does have the healer, and there's no Skullcrack mana open right now.
I think the healer probably would be the best play here. Just pad your life a little bit.
Yep. Be able to trade with the noble here is pretty solid. But no,
he's going to go with a flashback.
He's going to go with the other play here, and then he's got Thragtusk next turn, hopefully avoiding Skullcrack.
Yes.
That would be pretty huge. See if we can see his hand. I don't know if he's...
I think I might have saw a pillar, but I'm not entirely sure.
This is what the deck does. Turn dude sideways, so...
Flinthoof Boar really being the only real green creature in the deck.
Here's going to come the Selesnya Charm, no doubt.
Yep, Selesnya Charm, make a 2/2.
I have to put a wolf in play, apparently.
It is supposed to be a 2/2 white soldier creature that has vigilance.
Yeah. So yeah, make a good block here. Yeah, I like blocking the one that can block, and then chump blocking the Flinthoof. And
Justin trying to decide if he wants to double block anywhere.
Yeah, I think you need to double. I think you need to block the Flinthoof here with the Spirit token because if he takes 5, he'll go to 5, and then he can play the Morbid trigger spell if he drops a land this turn. So yeah, I think you just want to preserve the life total as much as possible here. And then no creature there, but that does show up a Skullcrack for the Thragtusk.
Yep, absolutely.
He drew a Smiter as well.
See if Justin goes for the Thragtusk.
I think you have to. Oh, looks like he might play a healer instead. Does he have a 2 cost in his hand? No, he
I
doesn't.
do not see one.
I don't see a reason to do that then. I think you just got to slam drag.
Yeah, if you're gonna go in for the life total, you might as well go all in.
Yep, and he's gonna
and he
gain the
hits
life.
life total.
Big sigh of relief. I don't doubt on Justin's side of the board there. There's the third land for Brad. Gonna take 2 to shock it in. No problem there. He was at 20. And let's turn more guys sideways.
Yep. Let's go all in.
And Searing Spear.
Yep.
Oh no, he's gonna. That seems good with the trample.
Yeah. Gorkland Rampager giving his creature +4/+4, making his Stormcirk Noble a 7/7.
So that's 9 damage getting through.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage, and a Stormcirk Noble also gets the counter on top of that.
Yep.
So Beast comes into play for Justin. Not sure how much longer he can take these beatings.
Well, the Abrupt Decay was excellent here. He gets to play a Centaur Healer and Abrupt Decay the Stormkirk Noble.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got to tap correctly. So
there is one more land just off screen there.
yeah. Yep. So I think this is the right play, especially since he doesn't have the Skullcrack mana up. Yep. And then you just hold back with the Abrupt Decay. In fact, doing it in response to him blood rushing would be excellent.
Mm-hmm. So we got a Pillar of Flame. We also have a Searing Spear in Bradley's hand.
So he could just swing and burn him outright. Assuming he doesn't have anything to do with his 2 mana.
Mm-hmm.
Very tight game here. Very tight.
Very hard to see what's in Bradley's hand here, but another a Gorkline Rampager seems really good, but not into an Abrupt Decay.
Gonna give him haste.
Yep. Flint Hook Boar, give him haste, send in the team.
Yeah, unfortunately for Justin, he's gonna have to draw some life gain here.
Yep. He can't sit.
Or he's just dead to the burn in his hand. Yep. He's got a Searing Spear and a Pillar in his hand. That's not life gain.
It is a Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
Though.
That's not gonna do it.
Advent of the Worm's not a bad play as well. I think at this point Justin needs to play either Advent of the Worm or he needs to play his 4/4. The Lingering Souls is too much of a risk with Thundermail Hellkites. And
well, he needed a life gain. He doesn't know that, but he's dead on with what?
I don't believe Pillar of Flame can hit players. I thought it was only creatures.
No, it can hit players.
It can hit players?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of thinking here for, unfortunately for nothing. I mean, you still want to make the right play here. He doesn't know he's got in hand, but he's just gonna say go. So
yeah, so he's on the Advent of the Worm plan.
Yeah, wanting to put a Worm token into play. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's much he can do here.
It says Worm.
You gonna let him block it? Yeah.
There's our new art for a Worm token. Absolutely love that art.
Yeah, I'm gonna Spear ya, and then I'm gonna
Pillar ya, game.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. So very close match there. That was very interesting.
Yeah. That's exactly how the mono red player wants to do it, though. They want to come out, bum rush with a bunch of creatures, burn the little guys if they have to.
Only if they need to. Yep.
Only if they need to. Otherwise, just give that reach just to get in for the game.
Yep. Yeah, and Justin does have a lot of life gain in the deck. Unfortunately, the Thrag and the Healer weren't enough to get it there. So.
So that is the end of round 1. We'll be coming back real soon with our round 2 coverage. So make sure you're looking for that video as well. Other than that, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we'll see you next round.